which happens now, is called lists. And basically what it is you can go out there and create lists of people that you want to follow, just specific lists where other people can put you on a list. And it's kind of a like a group, and that's kind of set up in one way. And so a lot of times people can, if they're interested, and then maybe you talk about social media itself, they might say, okay, here's a social media Kansas City people I want to talk about, or I want to talk to, and you can find that group, and then you can talk to just that group. This one just came out, so there's a lot of stuff that's being done with it, but that's another way, especially if you're new, to kind of learn more about it. You can send out a tweet, mention your location, ask if others are in your area. I've done that quite a bit just to kind of learn what people are in the area.
Hey, Mark?
Yep.
The Social Media Club KC, is that like how to use Twitter, or is it like how to program stuff on like apps for Twitter?
It's basically the Social Media Club it's a group that's pretty much kind of like what I'd say with the KCWEBPROS, where people are coming together, learning from one another, sharing ideas, that type of stuff.
So anything and everything to do with social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of events that we have out there that are coming up, and also just education type of opportunities, that type of stuff. And so that's kind of out there. And you can go out there to the website. I have about 20. I think we have enough. These little flyers. If anyways, I can just go ahead and pass them.
You have an annual 10K run with that? I'm just kidding.
You know, we haven't tried that. But that might be what we could try.
Gotta have a 5K or 10K run.
Everybody has one.
A 5 or 10K tweet.
There we go.
10,000 tweets or 5,000 tweets.
Yeah. That's another thing we do too. Is mention in the industry you're in. A lot of people are marketing, advertising industry, or any industry that you're in. Sure.
Because I haven't actually gotten on there. Does have any kind of grouping up on the main Twitter site, or any other way to find common interests?
Well, one thing you can do, I know a lot of times, you can go to search.twitter.com, or actually when you go to twitter.com, it has a search function there. A lot of times you can put in there, for example, the hashtag symbol, which is just that pound sign, and then whatever your interest is, and then it will bring up anybody that talks about this stuff. Or there's also other applications, search applications. There's so many, but feel free to contact me or whoever, and I can kind of also give you information about that type of stuff, because you can search for specific interest groups also. Another thing I kind of mentioned real quick was a tweet up, Twitter meetup. That's how I got a tweet up. It's kind of unique. But basically, people come together and talk about, they talk online and then they meet offline. We've had a lot of these in the Kansas City area. There is one in Lawrence. It's really been very active. They have once a month. They have a evening get together and also a lunch get together. And so you go to lawrencetweetup.com and find out information about their stuff that's coming up. And also, there's events listed on the Social Media Club website, that flyer that's going around. People can go on that and click on events. It's free to sign up as a member, and you can basically attend events and learn more about it that way also.
That's something we ought to think about, John, having a monthly meeting where a group gets together and has presentations and stuff. That would be awesome.
Is the URL for the social media club, is that correct?
Yeah. On the actual flyers, I think it says that URL. If it doesn't, they might say also socialmediakc.com, which goes to that. It redirects to that site.
The .ning in between was caught mine.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we put it on Ning, which is been a very useful type of free social network site. So that's, a lot of people are kind of using that Ning now. So.
Yeah, that's what KC Online Community is on. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in here are members of that too.
Yeah, they got 4,000 members now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really shot up.
And their next meeting is November 12th, where you can go meet all the KC Online Community
Yeah,
people.
absolutely.
4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, we right now, the Social Media Club, it's about at 800 members, so it's starting to slowly kind of gain steam here. It's just, since I'm the education chair now, I'm supposed to be out there welcoming people and all that, so we get quite a bit, about 4 or 5 a day, just kind of going out there and seeing, welcoming that type of stuff and seeing if they have any questions, that type of stuff. So it's been fun to really kind of use for sure. And here's the training I was telling you about. In fact, I just found out about this today from somebody who I know up in Lawrence. And I'm sure there's some in the Kansas City area. I'm trying to find out more information, so as soon as I know, I can let people know. But this is a class coming up on November 11th at Lawrence. It's a free class. The URL's up there to where you can go to register, and there's a choice of a couple sessions at 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. And basically, they're gonna have people come there, they're gonna learn about the basics of Twitter, and also at the end, they're gonna have break up into small groups, and where some other people that are kind of used to using Twitter will talk more to people about the small groups, maybe help them out with setting up an account, that type of stuff. So this is coming up here very soon here, and it's another opportunity.
Where it's being held, or is it being held?
Yeah, it's being held at the, there was a Lawrence Arts Center, I believe it was. If you go to this URL though, you can find that information out too.
9th in New Hampshire and go south.
So that's kind of where it's at, and they want you to go out there and register and then know how many people are coming. Pretty good. All right, what is Twestival? It's kind of Twestival started back in, I guess the definition is a global series of events that was organized by volunteers around the world under very short time scales. And basically people come together offline, kind of like a tweet up, for a great cause. And so, for example, in September 2008, it all started with a group of London Twitter people that really wanted to learn more about getting together and having some kind of event for a charity. So they got together and had something called Harvest Twestival. And it had a great response, and they were like, how can we take this global? How can we just take this beyond just London? And so back in February of this year, we kind of started hearing more about this type of thing, and it was starting to come up on the timelines for a lot of people on Twitter. And they said, okay, let's have a Twestival global event. And it was held in February 2009. It was all held on one day. So you had, it's kind of interesting because you would have countries that just started really, really early, and just throughout the day, you could see as they were talking about their events and how it was going. So a lot of times people had live video, or they have, they were sending out tweets, that type of stuff, so you could kind of see as people were at the events what was going on. We had 200 cities participate. 100% of the proceeds went directly to one charity. The Twestival team, the main team in London, came together and said, okay, we're going to have one charity that we're going to focus on, and it was called Charity Water. Basically, they go to third world countries and they drill wells for people to have fresh water instead of having to go long distances to get water that's not even very clean in the first place. So it was what was cool too is that once they got done with getting all this money and proceeds, a lot of times they went and they showed a live video feed as they drilled wells in these different villages, and you could see, okay, this is some of your money that you donated, seeing that being